Good morning students, this is Shahnawaz sir, hoping you all fine. Welcome back to computer class. Last class we have learned the topic asymmetric encryption, that is chapter 8 page 105. The question that you learned last class: define asymmetric encryption, explain the process of asymmetric encryption, explain the term hashing algorithm and the process of creating ciphertext. Today we'll go with the new topic, that is digital signature, chapter 8 page 107. The question that we learned today: define the term authentication, explain the term password, explain the digital signature process, explain the term biometrics and the following types of biometrics, that is fingerprint scans, retina scans, face recognition and voice recognition. So go to chapter 8 page 107 of your textbook. So here you are, page number 107. So first, the definition for authentication. Authentication is used to verify that data comes from a trusted source. It works with encryption to strengthen the internet security. So actually in this case, in authentication, the receiver checks that the information actually coming from the correct sender. It is not sending from some hacker or some other person. So this is actually verifies this, and it works with encryption to strengthen the internet security. Now the next question, types of authentication, example include. So these are actually, you can also say the types of encryption. Now the first one is password. Usually a user ID and name and password are used to log on to many systems. Both user ID and name and password are checked against a secure file to confirm a person is who they claim to be. If either is incorrect or don't match up, then access is denied. Yeah, actually in this case, a password and user IDs are given in a file that is secured in the system. So whenever any user gives a user ID and password, both are checked so that if the user ID and the password that is typed is matched with the file that is given in the system, then you get the access. So in this case, if user gives the correct ID but the password is not correct, and if user gives the wrong ID but correct password, in both cases he will not get the access. In both of the thing together, the user ID and the password, both of these things work together to secure the access. So this for the password. So the next one, that is digital signature. Here we are. This system is based on public key encryption. In this case we used public key encryption. It is a method used to ensure an electronic document is authentic. The following diagram sums up with what happens when a user A sends a message to user B. Actually, in this case, the message is they are not encrypting the message. The signature is checked against this digital signature. You can see the name, that is digital signature. With the message, the user sends his signature, that is called digest. The digest is sent with the message, with a clear text message, and the digest is checked by the decrypted by the user B and checks that the digest is correct or not. If the digest is correct, then user B confirm the message is correct because the message has got from the correct user. And if the digest, user B gets the digest that is not correct, that is not matches with the sent digest, so that in that case user B confirms that the message is not genuine. So what happens, let me explain you what actually happens here. User A writes a message first. The message is put through a hashing algorithm. The hashing algorithm used with the message. Now the hash number is encrypted using a private key. So private key here the private key of A. The private key of A is used to encrypt the hash number. In this case, you also can say the hash number is the digest. The digest is encrypted using the uh, private key of A. The message plus hash are sent over the internet. In this case, the message is clear text, so the message, anyone can read the message. The message is not given any of the encryption. So only the hash, that digest is encrypted with the private key of using private key of A. Now the hash is decrypted by B using the public key. So A already, B knows the public key of A, because public key is known to everyone. So B knows the public key of A. So B uses the public key of A to decrypt the message, to decrypt the hash number, that is digest. Now the hash number is compared with the message to see if the message has been altered. Now in this case, B uses the same hashing algorithm to decrypt the hash number, and there is a hash also comes with the message. So the decrypted hash number and the hash number that is sent by A, both are compared. In the last step, both are compared. If both of the digest, the hash number is correct, matches or equal, then B confirms that the message is correctly received and from the correct sender. But if the decrypted hash number is not matched with the hash number that is received by A, then B understand that the message is not sent from the correct user or genuine source, and it is not safe. So in this way, digital signature works. I will show you another video to make you more make you understand with that topic. Now we will go with the next topic, that is biometric. So for the definition, biometric relies on the unique characteristic of human being. Example include fingerprint scans, retina scans, face recognition, voice recognition. For these two they have given the page number. I will give you a note for these topics, explain you. Let me read it first from here. Fingerprint scan. Images of fingerprints are compared against previously scanned fingerprints stored in a database. If they match, the access is allowed. The system compares pattern of ridges and valleys which are fairly unique. So every person has a unique ridges and valleys in their finger. These are the marks of our finger. So previously, when the system is we set up the system, that system stores the user's fingerprints and keeps in its secure database. So whenever any user comes and scans with his fingerprint, so the system checks with the saved information. If both are matched, then they get the access to the system. Otherwise, they don't get access to the system. So now the next one, that is retina scan. Retina scan use infrared to scan the unique pattern of blood vessel in the retina at the back of the eye. It is a rather unpleasant technique requiring a person to sit totally still for 10 to 15 seconds while the scan takes place. It is very secure since nobody has yet found a way to duplicate the blood vessel pattern. So actually a blood vessel pattern that is inside in the back of our eye is checked here. So similar like the fingerprint, it is stored in the database. When the system is set up, the samples are stored in the database in our system, and when the user comes and gives his retina to scan, it checks and matches with the stored information. If both are matched, they get the access, otherwise they don't get access. So here we are with this topic. Now I will explain you biometric more clearly with my note. So here this is the note for authentication. These things we have done as it is from the book is given here. Now here biometric. So for the biometric, the term biometric refers to technologies that measures and analyze human physiological or behavioral characteristic for authentication or identification purpose. So we know this is the definition, so you can learn and write the definition from here. Biometric solution, these are some extra notes given here, so you learn, you read here, so you will make you better understand of the topic. Biometric solution can be divided in two groups based on the type of biometric factor they use. Solution based on uh, physiological factor, examples are fingerprint recognition and iris recognition. This is physiological factor. And another one is behavioral factor, examples are voice pattern recognition, pattern recognition and keystroke dynamic. These are actually your behavior based biometric, and those are actually physiological factor. um, so now we go for the biometric application. Biometric can be applied for authentication, verifying that a person is who he claims to be, and for identification, determining who is the person based on measured biometric factor. A few example of application where using biometric might have advantages: time attendance systems, access control to computer system or portable media. In mobile phones, we use biometrics. Physical access control, loyalty card or other customer systems. In super malls, they use loyalty cards, so get the recognize the customers, so his points can be um, given, or he can draw with his points. So now the topics are here given, the some of the topics that are not given in the book in other chapters. So here you'll get all the topics together here. Facial recognition records the special geometry of distinguishing features of the face. It focuses on key features of the face. Actually everyone faces geometrical patterns is different, so it actually records those patterns and matches with the patterns. If it is matches, gets the access, the user gets the access, otherwise denied access. Speaker and voice recognition, this type of biometric recognize uses voice characteristics to identify individuals using a verbal pass phrase, some words being said, and it is checked. Accuracy declines a bit due to these methods, sensitivity to background noise. Yeah, in this system, if there is very noisy place, you cannot get the good benefit from this system. So now the next one, the fingerprint biometric. A biometric fingerprint is a updated version to the ink and paper fingerprint method. To take a reading, a fingerprint is placed on a special plate that scans a fingerprint minute features. The next one is that retina scanner. Retina scan measures the blood vessels that we have already learned from the book. In the back of the eye, this is obtained by shining a special light into the eye of the user. For the best accuracy, the individual has to be within the inches of the retina scan device. It needs to be very close with the device. This method is not commonly used, so it's not commonly used. And then next one is the iris scan. The iris is in every is different. The patterns are completely random. The iris scan takes advantage of this and measures the iris pattern on the colored part of the eye. So it actually checks the color part of the eye. Everything are previously it stores the information in the secure database and matches with the day by day input data, and if it is correct, they get the access. So here we are complete with the biometric solution. Now I will show you a video of digital signature. So here in this video you can see Bob is the sender and Alice is receiver. Bob want to share a message with Alice. So digital signature uses asymmetric cryptography, which means public key algorithm is employed here. Public key and algorithm we are employed is in digital signature. So both keys are needed, public key and private key. Keep here. So Bob shares the public key with Alice and keeps the private key secret with him. Now Bob writes a plain text message, and the message is run through with the hashing algorithm, and the digest is produced. The digest is produced with the message. Now the digest is uh, encrypted encrypted using Bob's private key. Bob's private key is used here to create the encrypted message. The message is encrypted here. So now uh, the digital signature, that is the digital signature produced by encryption, and the plain text message, both are sent to Alice. Now Alice here do two things. She will encrypt the decrypt the message using the public key of Bob. She will decrypt the message using the public key of Bob and get the digest. If she successful to produce the digest, she will be understand that the message is correctly received from the correct user. If she fails, then she will be understand that the message is not from the correct user, because only Bob's public key is able to decrypt the message. And after producing the digest, she with the plain text message, she runs the hash algorithm, that is the hash algorithm that Bob used to create a digest, and same algorithm she used here to produce the digest, that is used by Bob, and get the digest. And she check that both of the digest is match or not. If both of the digest match, then uh, uh, she understand the message is correctly received and from the correct user, the message is correct. Otherwise, if doesn't match, then the message is not from the correct user. So this is the process of digital signature. I hope you understand. um, Hope you understand. So thank you very much. Goodbye.